think it's kind of exciting that you have a brand new asset class.
To see it addressed, and I want to see it
There's
addressed.
nothing more powerful than a retiring Republican in the Senate right now. You're making friends with the right people. Senator, I'm curious. Look, our audience has really basic questions when it comes to clarity.
Yeah.
Is it going to pass, and is it going to happen this year? Because when you talk about it, you make it sound like there's still a pretty long road.
You know what? I think it can pass. I really do. I mean, I think we've come a long way. I hope so. We've had a lot of work. We've put a lot of work into this. I mean, we've been working tirelessly for months. What it will mean is we're going to have some compromise. You know, I think everyone will walk away from the clarity table just a little unhappy, both the banks and the crypto industry.
What do you compromise on, though, potentially?
Well, you know what? We've compromised and said we want the innovation to grow, but we don't want to create bank-like products without the protections of a bank. You cannot pretend to be a bank-like product without the protections.
If they have a banking license, they are a bank, and they do all those things. Oh, I just can't even.
Stablecoin yield, the biggest holdup?
That was a big holdup.
We're still there, though, right?
I think we have. I think we've resolved the yield issue.
We did.
We have resolved the yield issue in a way that I think prevents evasion of the laws. Again, allows the innovation to grow. But you know, we put some barriers in place that to be a little unhappy, but I think it's a way forward.
How does it create?
So there is Senator Angela Brooks. Brooks, one word. We have resolved the yield issue. So her tune is very different from a couple months ago. When was this? March 10th. She was on the stage cussing about it. Listen to this.
Sorry to use the word, but a colleague who said there's going to be a shit ton of deposit flight. And so
she's talking about deposit flight. They were saying people are going to take their money out of the banks and put it into stable coins with crypto platforms, which I do think would happen in the future. But anyway, I think it's so funny whenever, you're not supposed to swear or use curse words, but if the boss is not happy, then it's like F this and F that. And I think it's just funny how that works. There were like thousands of bankers in this room at the American Bankers Association, and she said that talking about stablecoin yield.
And then there was the admission.
Come on.
Sorry to use the word, but a colleague who said there won't be any, deposit flight. And then there was the admission.
If it would play.
Sorry to use the word, but a colleague who said there's going to be a shit ton of deposit flight.
Then everybody laughs like it's cute.
With Senator Tillis to make sure that this absolutely, positively cannot happen.
Can we make that clip go viral, what you just said?
Oh my gosh. This makes me stupid to listen to, I swear. Anyway, I should probably introduce myself if you're a new person. I am the Digital Asset Guy, your host, and I am just showing the news. Anything that I say in these videos is not financial or investment advice. Just my own personal thoughts, opinions, feelings, philosophies, things like that for fun, for educational and entertainment purposes only. This is I Trust Capital, the Digital Asset Guy's favorite #1 platform to buy, sell, and yes, hold cryptocurrencies and also gold and silver in an IRA. They've got a Roth, SEP, or a traditional IRA. Then they also have accounts that are not IRAs, like the premium custody. It's just a regular account that is taxable, but you only pay 1% transaction fee and you get institutional grade security. This is the premium custody treasury for institutions and LLCs, things like that. I have a link in the description below. Best place to do your crypto. People call me all the time, say, Digital Asset Guy, help me do my crypto. So I say, that's where I would start to do your crypto. We have some price action here. Everyone's telling me we're going to the moon, going to be at 100,000 by the end of May, by summer, it's going to be great. I don't think so. I think this looks great for now, but I think it would be way too easy. I'm going to show you a post that I just made. Bitcoin at about 81,000 and a quarter. Ethereum 2358. Tether holding at $1. XRP touched $1.50 today. Excuse me, looks good to see that. Wouldn't surprise me if we got another shot at XRP down below $1.30 or so. Wouldn't surprise me. Got Solana almost at $100. Cardano, we were at 25 cents for $1, and then now we've come on up. I took a little bit of that as an opportunity myself. Wish I would have taken more, but we may get another shot at it here before this is over. Stellar, 17 cents. It's been as high as about $1. Cardano has been as high as $3, and we're at 28 cents. Easy 10x if we were to go back to all-time high. H-bar is down here right under 10 cents. It's been almost up to 60 cents. Polkadot has always been an interesting project, and it's been up to where, about $53. We're sitting at $1.40. Not bad. There's a lot of developers that are working on Polkadot. And then one of my other personal favorites is VeChain. Down here at 0.8 of a penny. Looking good. It's been as high as almost 30 cents. So you're looking at more than a 30x if it were to go back to all-time high. So this is a post that I made. I said, I'm no blockchain backer, but I've been here since 2016, and I think it would be way too easy to just shoot out of here now. I think we'll have more tests with some spooky news to complement it as usual. So here is 2018. I lived through this. I wasn't in Bitcoin, but I was mining Ethereum back around this time. So this was the top around 20,000. We crashed down, and then we go up. Everybody says we're going to go to 30,000. People were saying we were going to 100,000 back here in 2017, 18. But look at these fake out rallies that we had waddling around in here. And then we had like the final bottom. Wouldn't surprise me to see for us to be in one of these things now. Here is 2022 after this top here at about 69,000. We go down the first leg, have a little trap. Go down the second leg. I remember these stair steps. They were like cruel. But I just remember those. But they were, then we had these little rallies thinking we're getting out, and then nope, just kidding. Here's where we're at now, and I'm just playing around. I'm just having fun. I just took my purple marker and drew this. This is just what I see happening. I could see us coming up here. Everyone says, oh, we're going to 100,000, going to the moon. And then, oh, just kidding. Maybe we get some bad news here. I don't know. Say maybe the Clarity Act has a problem or more drama or gets delayed again, or they say it might not go through at all. And then we go down here and then all of a sudden it gets passed or something like that. Or we have a Michael Saylor problem up here. Or maybe a Trump coin problem. Melania coin problem. They'll attack me for anything. I don't even care anymore, seriously. Something like that. Because right now, some of the buzz that I heard at the conferences is that there's a lot of politicians who are trying to put language in legislation banning the president and Congress members from owning crypto. I think it's funny how we always talk about these things, but then like the insider trading with the stock market with Congress has been going on forever. All they ever do is talk about it. And then they sent poor Martha Stewart to jail over a little bit of insider trading. Every time I saw all these pictures of her in Vegas, all these advertisements. I guess she has a bunch of places out there, but every time I feel bad. I'm like, she went to jail when there's people in Congress who do insider trading all the time. Anyway, I'm getting off topic, but I could just see us going up here and trying to get through this level kind of right here where we fell off of around, between 80 and 85,000, and then having to come down and work things out again. Then maybe we get our good news and off we go. But again, I am no blockchain backer. I do not pretend to be. Here is the blockchain backer. He said, bear markets in the crypto space historically conclude and enter into accumulation and bottoming formations once the 2-week MACD hits its 9-week EMA crash to the lows. People, I don't really know what that means. MACD sounds like a rapper from the 90s. But I just know, if you take a look at this, you know, it looks to me like we're doing the same thing that we've done in these historic bear markets. But take a look at these little yellow boxes. You go from the line. So we're here. That's where we're at now. Go up from the line. It starts getting from red to pink, from rare to medium rare. And then inside this yellow box, look at the price action. Price action doesn't mean just price going up. It means price changing, moving, going up or down. Look at the volatility inside there. Come over here. Rare to medium rare. Look at the price action in that little box. Can we zoom in on that thing? Oh. Look at the price action inside of that thing. Look at the price action inside of this one over here. Look at the price action inside of this one. Up, down, then see you later. Look where we're at now. We're on an up. So I've been here since 2016. I'm no blockchain backer, but I don't think this is our magic moment where we're just going to blast off and go to the moon. Maybe I'm wrong and we do. I'm fine with that too. So I wanted to give you a little taste of probably the interview that did the best. Not on X, because something odd happened and he shared it another way where I didn't get any views, but that's fine. But then he shared it, my post on Instagram. I never get any views or any followers on Instagram, because Instagram, you've either got to be already famous or you got to be a hot girl to do well on Instagram, I think. But on Instagram, this video interview got over 22,000 views, I think. But here's a little taste of it.
Hey everybody, I'm the digital asset guy. I'm here with two of my heroes, Coach JV and his beautiful wife, May.
I was corrected. They are not actually married. I felt bad, but I mean, they just seem so married. And, you know, I was talking to somebody who knew, and they said they probably will be soon.
And I'm going to interview them real quick. It's great to see you both. God bless you.
You know, this made me laugh when I watched it. This reminded me, I just remember my grandparents always watching these Christian shows where there'd be some kind of old creepy guy in an expensive jacket running around in some kind of, looked like an airplane hangar with a microphone, and he'd be walking up and interviewing people and praying with them and being like, oh, here's two more over here. Come on. I need more microphone cord. And he'd be going up going, God bless you. How are you? And how's life treating you? Let's pray. It just kind of reminded me of that.
So I was wondering, hey everybody, I'm the digital asset guy. I'm here with two of my heroes, Coach JV and his beautiful wife, May. And I'm going to interview them real quick. It's great to see you both. God bless you. So I was wondering, my content focuses on crypto life, being an investor, an enthusiast, all that, and how it affects relationships in life, dating, relationships, but also family relationships. I've had challenges. How would you say crypto life and your journey in crypto and investing has affected your relationship?
I love this question because a lot of people don't realize that first, with any relationship, you should study masculine and feminine energy. Yep. Once we started to study this together, it helped magnetize everything within our relationship, because and I'll just speak from how I'm feeling right now, right? I look at my partner through the lens of God, and I trust him and I trust his leadership. And so I think that women aren't that trusting, or they're not looking at their partner like that.
Women are not that trusting. See, this is where it's tough, because I'm 35. I've been on over 1,000 dates. maybe 2,000 since college. Seriously, with online dating, it is no big deal to go on a first date once or twice or 3 times in the summer. Her saying, sometimes women aren't trusting their man. You can't even get to know them because you can't even get on the date, because dating to these girls today, with the power they have on these dating apps, they have 100 guys at their fingertips, 1,000 guys. It's a video game to them. They can post one picture of them looking all hot, and they've got 100 guys messaging them, and so they've learned that they're really in the driver's seat, and so it's just such a different time than maybe when they were dating. It's just some of the frustration that I'm going through. I mean, just, even talking on this level, finding a woman to trust you as your partner, you can't even, that's like in a different universe.
Because with me trusting his leadership, then we can go down avenues of digital currency, what's the next investment, business building, right? But when you don't have maturity within yourself, you will attract immature people.
Mm-hmm. I get that, but I don't know. I think I'm kind of mature. I shock financial advisors into silence and make them mad because I outperform their plan. I live a pretty mature lifestyle. I stay out of trouble. I'm extremely frugal. I go to the gym. I eat pretty healthy. I eat more healthy than most of my friends. I stay out of trouble. It's just kind of, I don't know, it's hard to say, oh, if you live a certain way, you're going to attract somebody mature, and if you don't, you'll attract immature people. You can't even get to know them with the way dating is working today. You get like 45 minutes to sit down, if they'll show up, or if they'll even message back, or if you win the lottery and they message you or something on these dating apps. So this was a great interview, but I just think there's such a gap between like millennials and Gen Z with baby boomers and the generation after baby boomers. It's just really hard to explain. But
in the eye and say, I have all those things. Steroids.
Yeah. So here's where we're talking about the
I'm expanding and growing, so we're both growing together, coming together in union, but our finances have to be in alignment. We have to have the same
Absolutely.
goals.
That's the number one divorce reason.
Number one.
So I think when you add crypto to the mix, if your net worth is in, if you have retirement accounts, it's like finance on steroids. So I've struggled with that. What would be your advice to a guy who can look you in the eye and say, I have all those things together. I go to the gym every morning. I'm a millionaire from crypto. I've been in it, but it's still not happening.
Not happening is almost an understatement. It's like a joke. Some people, they get snarky and say, you're just mad because you can't get girls. I can get girls, trust me. My close friends and people, they would laugh. I can't. The honest truth is I cannot find one girl that I am truly interested in, who I know well enough, because you can't freaking get to know them. They ghost you and they go chase the other shiny object. They'll be on a dating app messaging with some fake person in LA or something. It's beyond frustrating. So it's just...
What am I doing wrong?
It's not on your time, it's in due time. I was broke on my parents' pounds, just grinding, focused, and she manifested, man. And and I think we both manifest in each other's life.
But see, they were saying you have to be who you want to attract. But then, Coach JV, you're telling me you were broke on your parents' couch and attracted her? I don't know. It's just tough for me to...
Energy that's actually masculine.
How can we learn more about this topic? Do you have anything you recommend?
Yeah, so my channel on Instagram is Feminine Finance, all right, and where I talk honestly about both.
And she does have a really great show. I just shared her story yesterday where she's talking about how young women, they were never taught about finances in general, and they certainly weren't taught about investing and wealth building, and that's a problem in itself before we're even talking about crypto. So that's why I've had challenges, like with probably my most serious relationship. she's a great person, and I still think so. But our relationship just, I know this sounds mean, but it's like when you have somebody who's, maybe in the top couple percent of their age bracket for wealth building, and then they're trying to date someone who honestly can't do regular finance, but I'm trying to help her with it, but she's not letting me help her with it. It just gets really difficult really quick. And so anyway, you can watch the rest of the interview. It was funny. There's this crazy guy, this guy right here. You can see from his name, this guy's a character. He made this AI card thing about Coach JV, and he said, just worship I don't even know what that word is, and study masculine, feminine energy long enough, and someday you'll attract a woman. I mean, I kind of see what he's saying, but it was funny. And then Coach JV actually responds to him, and he says, your obsession with me is so odd. The principles we're speaking of are traditional as you can get. We raised our family with the core principles, align with God, keep judging, and we will keep building. And oh man, and so I told this guy, I said, thanks for the update. Don't know what I would do without you, because this guy just makes trouble. But anyway, it was really cool. I'm a huge fan of Coach JV and May. I really am. I'm just saying times are so different. It's just hard almost for the different generations to have a conversation about dating and relationships. But, oh no, I'm coming up on my 20 minutes here. So I try to keep these things shorter, but I got a lot to say. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please comment below and let's get a discussion started. How has being in crypto affected your relationship or your love life or even family relationships? Because I think it's a huge burden to carry sometimes when you get it and you're seeing success, and then other people you have relationships with think you're crazy, or they just don't know anything about it. They don't care to know. It's just very difficult. And I think it's a conversation that we need to start having. So please comment below. Please hit the like button. Please make sure you're subscribed. And please share this video with anyone who you think it would have value for. It's word of mouth referrals that go the furthest and help me out with this channel. Again, I don't really expect to go viral or get 1 million views. I do all this to keep a personal emotional log of this journey that I'm on. So glad to have you aboard. Thank you, Digital Asset Guy.